I will say this is the first Olight I bought. I think it's been like 7 years. Yeah. So we will see how this goes. I did already open it, but we'll just show the box quick. Get that lifetime warranty. Just take a look. All right, so here is what was in the box. So this is on the light. It just tells you all the good stuff. This was on the rear with the magnetic charging. This was on the front. And you get the MCC charging. It's still only 1 amp, so I think it's like pretty much been like that forever. And you get the manual. And it looks like it tells all the different models, because there's the Ark Pro Lite, Ark Pro, and then Ultra. I do got that one coming, so there'll be a review on that. I got that new Nitecore EDC07 coming, so stay tuned for that, and the Feedtorch PX18, which will come out before this. And then obviously we get the light. So we'll take a quick look at the light here. So, you know, they always do really good style. But I will say, like, the blue, it's a little darker than what it shows. It seems like a lot of the video. Like, it, you know, it depends on the lighting, but the button looks lighter, or I mean darker in person. But, you know, usually Olight has good styling. This is the laser, your mode button, or your power. This is to select all different modes. So we get UV, press and hold to go through the 2 modes. Get the laser on, press and hold. You get 2 brightness levels. We swap it here, and you get flood and throw. There, the first one is flood, and you can go through all the modes. Double click for turbo. The same with the flood. Double click for turbo. So obviously it's very easy to operate. And we get the magnetic charging. And they finally added USB-C, which I believe the other Olights where the Ark failed, so now they just call it the Ark. And you get the danger warning. Nice clip. You can see very deep carry. You can see all the grooves. This thing, it's more like a matte finish, so it's really nice, but fingerprint magnet like crazy, no pun intended. There's a non-reversible clip, but it's good quality, so that's really nice. Take a little deeper look, see there's a fingerprint. So if there's like a fingerprint on the lens, it might block the laser, so if it looks like, come on, focus. If it looks like there's a bunch of little, like, what do you call it? You guys know, like your fingerprint, and then it kind of splatters all over the beam. That's how you know you got to clean it, which I must have touched it so you can see it's over, I think, the UV. But you get the flood, and it is a glass lens. Hopefully it focuses. And then we get the throw over here. So they are very small, you know, obviously a lot of these flash-style lights, small reflectors. It'd be nice if they made a bigger one for more throw, more flood, but it is what it is. Luckily, I always have a microfiber with me. Yeah, so this light is IPX7 rated, 1 meter impact resistance. But you can see, like, you know, the bezel too, it's not that deep in there. So if you drop it, you know, it could crack the lens, who knows. Usually I don't drop my lights, so I'm pretty good with that, but you know, I hope these work in the cold because I had problems with Olight back in the day. Plus why I quit Olight, because they pissed me off with the, when I was on Facebook, the, I think it was the SR2, because, you know, it was like heating up, melting the lens, burning people's pockets. So I remember I put a post, like some pants on fire and shit. But then I put at the end, you know, be careful, because these obviously can start fires. They could burn people's pockets, and the idiots here banned me without warning, so I just kind of gave up on them. I don't like that shit, you know what I'm saying? They fucking just ban you for no reason. They could have just said, don't post that, but whatever. But I've had problems with Nightcore too, so I just decided to try Olight again, so. But yeah, this thing looks really nice, man. I might get the Ultra too, we'll see. I don't like the color of that, I wish they had it black, but it's that OAL aluminum, so I guess it's more raw aluminum. Yeah, this thing is pretty good so far. I got to test it outside, but we will do that. But obviously, you know, the modes are easy. You press and hold 2 for moonlight. Switch it to flood. So that's always good. It's comfortable too. You know, that's one of the things I always look for. Plus I got small, fat hands. They are skinnier a little bit because I've been losing some weight, but still, you know, comfortability is key. Because some of these aren't good, like the Sofern, I think the SR1, that shit sucks. That Nebo Edge, terrible. It doesn't really hurt, but when you try to turn it on, that hurts. The Worko's HD01, that thing is not good because the back is not, doesn't have like the chamfered kind of edge that it should have. But yeah, I'm glad they got USB-C, faster charging than the magnetic, because I always had problems too if you have like too many things plugged into your power adapter. It can cause it to flash, not charge, but sadly USB-C too, I always got fucking problems. So yeah, obviously this review is going to be honest because Olight has the biggest shills I've fucking ever seen. Like I'm telling you, even if I like it, you know, they always say it's way better than the other one. It's pretty pathetic. Grown men just trying to get free flashlights, you know what I'm saying? I buy my own shit. Even if they sent me, I'm going to be honest. Because everything has a negative, you know. If you get something for review or you're reviewing something, obviously I'm not the best reviewer, but I like to just do it, man. It gets me out. But I'm honest. Do I forget shit? Obviously. But yeah, I can't wait to take this outside. Get the dogs barking here. We'll just compare it to the EDC-09. So it's definitely a little longer. And that EDC-07 is out, so check that out. Yeah, the magnets are touching. It's close to the same thickness, but I guess if you too put a magnet up to the front part, it can kind of glitch out. There's the lens. Let's see, if they had a bigger lens, this thing would be a little better. Oops. Come on. I did get the old bulb too. It's pretty sweet. I like RGB, so I like that kind of stuff, but I got the one with the magnetic charging. I thought I had USB-C also, but sadly, no. So there's the 17. I like this light a lot. Close to the same length. I'd say this is actually, it's about the same because there's the glass breaker. But this light isn't good in the winter because with my gloves it gets caught in there, so it's definitely a negative. But you can see the reflector. That's why I wish they'd make them a little bigger, man. like the EDC 29, you know, make the front part just a little bigger. But they can always do, you know, a different version of it. But the thickness, pretty close, man. It's a little different, but they're close. But I'm surprised, you know, yeah, the Olight does look longer now. I'm surprised it's longer. They should have made it a little shorter, but it's not a big deal. So yeah, also to lock it out, just press and hold it. And it is locked out, and we'll talk about that later. You can see this thing's already getting fingerprints. I wiped it off. But yeah. So that is good to have, you know. Oh, I didn't even, you can see it light up right at the top. Boom. So that is very good. Just press and hold again to unlock it. And then strobe warning. 1, 2, 3. Shit. So it is very bright. Oh man. Come on, baby. That's a strong magnet. So also I just figured out something else that I did not know, but yeah. So we got the Flood is 1500 lumens. And the turbo for the Flood is 1500 lumens, like I said. And then 800 for the Spot. I thought they were both 1500, but I guess not. And then high is 520 for the Flood, then 400 for the Spot. Medium is 100 for both. Low is 15 for both. And Moonlight is 1 lumen for both. So that's good. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously the ultra low I like 1 or lower. You know, preferably like 5 or lower, but I prefer obviously 1 or lower. Because especially at night, if you're in your room, you know, if the low is like 30 lumens, that's pretty damn bright. It's too damn bright, especially if you're sleeping, you know, you're tired and shit. But yeah, I'm a little sad that the throw is only 800, but I don't know. Because usually I don't check, I just like to buy shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't check too many specs because I want to be excited. I want to be thrilled about the product. And to review, I just don't like to look too much. But yeah, that's kind of, I'm not mad, but still a little, I don't know, deceived. But we're going to get to the beam shots, you know what I'm saying? So I'll give my honest opinion of should you buy this. Obviously, you should wait for the fucking sales that they do all the time, so you shouldn't buy them on regular price. Because always, Black Friday and shit, they always have sale or when it comes out. So it's always good to wait for those, but I'm into flashlights again, so that's why I wanted to buy it. But all right, stay tuned again. And I should show the charging here. So it does work with the power bank. It is red, you can't see it. And this is drawing about, it's almost probably fully charged, 4.5 watts on here. But I don't see it lighting up here. But yeah, obviously USB-C, you're gonna get faster charging. And then we'll show the USB-C. Yeah, see now, about 8.2, 8.1. It'll probably vary, but it does say 7, 8 watts. Luckily, it works with these cables because some things don't work. But these are good. These Baseus with the sometimes they're hard to fit in the product, but these are nice. Because things like this, sometimes they say they're 100%, but they're not. Anchor power banks too. It's pretty pathetic in my opinion, but yeah, sometimes they'll still be like 20, 30, 40 watts and that thing says 100%. So it's good to have one of these on deck just to make sure your stuff is fully charged. Because usually once this gets to like 1 or 2 watts, then it's done. Pretty excited to try this one out. So we will do the Flood first. So it is on the moonlight. So obviously it's very low. You guys will not see it there, but it is on. Let me get it low here. All right, now we got low, which you can see is definitely brighter. But this is the flood, so it might be hard to see on the big tree, which I obviously can't see it. And then the next mode up. So yeah, this thing is really floody. The next one, see now I can definitely see it on the tree there. And then it's gonna be low, but I'm gonna double click for turbo, boom. Yeah, this thing is, it is insanely floody. All right, now we'll do the throw. It's on the moonlight. This will be the, the first and only time I'll do moonlight because it's not worth it, but you guys can maybe see it. I can see it, pretty far ahead because this thing is a little, it's not a huge thrower, but it's not too bad. Then let me get low here. Now we got low, which I can see it on the tree a little bit. Yep, you guys can too, a little bit. That's pretty good for low. Next mode up. But obviously this is not a huge thrower because the tiny reflector. And only 800 lumens, but yeah. But it has a really nice beam. Or ahead of you, we'll say. We'll talk more about that later. Then it's gonna go low. Double click for that turbo. All right, so now I got the Ark Pro Lite and the Ark Pro. We'll just do it on, I think, I'll do the Ark Pro on, I guess, flood and throw. But, so that's the Ark Pro, just insane flood. Ark Pro Lite, which is a little bit less lumens too, 1200 versus 15. This is the Ark Pro. Ark Pro Lite. All right, now we'll just do the throw versus the, obviously the Ark Pro Lite doesn't have throw. It's a single beam, but there's the Ark Pro, obviously. Ark Pro Lite. Ark Pro. Ark Pro Lite. Now we're shining to the right again. So we got low, which I could walk with this, but obviously I'm not going to. The second mode up is pretty good for walking. This thing's, yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about it later, but obviously this mode would be perfect for walking. Then it's gonna drop down, double click for that turbo, insane flood. All right, now we'll do the throw part. So it's a really nice hotspot shape. So you might hear some noise because they're having a game. You could probably see the lights back there. I don't know what it is, but yeah, this is pretty good. And it's gonna drop down, double click for that turbo. It's just 800 lumens, so obviously it's not a beast thrower, but really nice hotspot though. Yeah, so I got on the UV here, just shining at the ground. There's like leaves and stuff it's picking up. It's pretty bright. These are just some like branches. It's pretty cool what you can see, because obviously what you're seeing, you can't see with the naked eye. Then we got the laser here. This is on the lowest. You can actually, the camera probably won't pick it up, but I can actually see the beam a little bit. We'll put it on the high. Look at that. All right, we got the Ark Pro out again at the different spot. So it is on the lowest, not moonlight, because I'm not doing that anymore. So this thing is so floody, it's hard to see on camera. There's the next mode up so you guys can see. So this is really good for walking. I'm just gonna go down and then we'll hit double click for the turbo. Boom, just insane flood. All right, now we'll do the throw. This is on low. So you can walk a little better with the throw, I'd say. It's easy to lighten up down there. Maybe 90 feet or so. That's high, that's easily lighten it up. It's gonna drop down and then boom, double click for turbo, which I love double click. So that's the Ark Pro light. Boom. Ark Pro. So it's definitely floody. Ark Pro. The Ark Pro light, sorry. And it looks a little warmer, cool white tint. Ark Pro. So this is more of a traditional beam, the light. Still a lot of flood, but there you can see the candela difference. A little less bright, obviously, like 1200 lumens versus 8. The Ark Pro light. This is a good floody beam though. Ark Pro. Alright, we'll do the end of the part of the review for the Ark Pro. The first OLED I bought in, like I said, 7 fucking years, so yeah. How does it do? It does pretty good. But it's almost too floody. I mean, I could walk here good, but it's really floody. So you have to know that. Something kind of stinks down here. Like leaves or some shit. But I swear these are getting worse and worse every time I come out. But yeah, I gotta say I do like it, man. I just wish the throw had like 1,000 lumens at least, but it is what it is. But double click the turbo. The build is good. You know, even though I hated Olight, you know, most of them obviously look good, but what matters is how they perform and how long they last. Oh, this is kind of slippery. You can hear a helicopter. We'll switch to throw. But yeah, the beam shape is a little weird up front. You can see nobody really seems to mention that. All the O shills, but I mentioned what I want to because I bought this full price, which you should always wait, but you know, I want to get lights to review so I can get out here trying to lose weight, so it makes me get out. But yeah, that's one of the things I was bummed about, is 800 lumens, but it does have a nice, you know, the hotspot's really nice shape, nice tint too. The low is a little green, or like a little more neutral white, but if you guys can see, it might be hard to tell, but high looks good. I wonder if that was there last time. I wonder if my little dude's down here too. But yeah, 2000 milliamp hour battery, so that's good for a flat style flashlight. More companies need to do that, 2000 or more, because it's built in. You know, it's not gonna last forever. If you use it all the time, it will degrade quick. Let's see if my dude's still here. Yep. So one of the things, see, that's cool. You could see probably if there was blood in here, you'd see it light up. The laser is good. Also, when you got the laser, I know you said you can use the light, and then you can spot stuff like that. But I think they should make it so there's a physical lockout, like there'd be 4 clicks. That would be really good. And what I'd love to see, I don't know why more companies don't do it, is flood and throw at the same fucking time, man. Why don't they do it? A lot of people have been walking here. Why don't they do it? I'd rather have that than, you know, a physical lockout, but if they had that, that would be really sick. Because then you get a little more throw, you know, and flood. So you get the perfect combo. And it'd be nice if you could switch each one. Making sure I didn't drop something, but yeah, there's a lot of down trees here. But yeah, just the tint isn't too good on the throw, but I do want to get the Ultra because it's supposed to have their own LED, which should be circle, but it's square. I don't know. You want a circle one so it matches the reflector. But yeah, overall I do like this, man. If you guys have it, how do you like it? Just mine got a little nick somehow in the aluminum at the switch, so I don't know how or why, but sadly it happened. But yeah, this has, you know, the UV laser. Some people would prefer probably a red light instead of the laser, which, I mean, it would be probably better, obviously, but to me, I don't care too much. I like laser, you know, or the Ultra should have that. It would be sweet if they had all that. But too, like I said in my last video, with the EDC07, if they had like a turbo version with a bigger head, more throw, you know, try to lead in throw department for a flat style light. But I guess that'll probably be it, you know. This has USB-C, that's a big plus for Olight because the magnetic charging is slow. So I'm glad they added that. It's a pretty big win. But it's Olight, so we'll see how long this shit lasts. But I do want to get the Ultra, but I was waiting for maybe a President's Day sale, but I don't see nothing yet, so we'll see. But if you guys have this, let me know, how do you like it? Do you hate it or what? Let me know. All right, peace.